Hello and welcome to Thái News. Now today's headlines. Chinese State Councilor Tieng visits Vietnam. Deputy Minister of Culture, Sports and Tourism paid a visit to Thái Nguyên Province. The 7th National Conference on Basic Research and Information Technology Application. The news will be started with the information related to China's illegal deployment of oil-rig Hai Seun 981 in Vietnam's continental shelf and exclusive economic zone. An outstanding event that is attracting considerable public attention is the visit to Vietnam by Chinese State Councilor Jiang Zechi. He was scheduled to join the meeting of the Vietnam-China Intergovernmental Committee. At the meeting, both sides discussed many issues, focusing on oil-rig China's Hai Seun 981. Mr. Jiang Zechi met with General Secretary of the Vietnamese Communist Party, Nguyễn Phú Trọng, Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng, and Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Phạm Bình Minh. During the talks, all Vietnamese leaders reaffirmed the consistent policy of Vietnam's party, state, and people. Vietnam always valued the friendships and cooperation with China and desired to preserve, consolidate, and intensify the Vietnam-China relations in a healthy and stable manner. However, it can't be denied that China's replacement of oil-rig Hai Seun 981 in Vietnam's waters since early May had a very negative impact on Vietnam-China relations and the regional situation. Vietnamese leaders affirmed that Vietnam's position on the Partial Spot List and the Eastern Sea doesn't change and will remain unchangeable. Vietnam requires China to withdraw its oil rig and vessel from Vietnam's waters, advocates to keep control of the situation, avoid conflicts, and use negotiation to settle present tensions as well as other disagreements between the two countries in accordance with international law and the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. In response, Chinese State Councilor Jiang Zechi also affirmed that China's party, government, and people had appreciated and never changed the friendly motto in the relations with Vietnam. Regarding the maritime disputes, Mr. Jiang Zechi repeated China's stance and expressed the agreement to continue exchange channels and bilateral contacts to resolve the current tensions and jointly promote the existing fields of cooperation. Meanwhile, on the June 19, at the location where China illegally placed its oil-rig Hai Seun 981, Chinese vessels continued to intercept Vietnam's law enforcement ships. That day, Vietnam's law enforcement kept organizing their formation to approach the oil-rig Hai Seun 981 in an attempt to propagandize Vietnam's claim for sovereignty and protest China's illegal actions. When Vietnamese coast warships and fisheries surveillance ships are about 10 miles from the oil rig area, Chinese ships immediately deployed their detachment to encircle and intercept Vietnam's law enforcement ships. China also mobilized the 4 mine sweepers in 2 formations to approach Vietnam's ships at the distance of 500 meters to observe. So far, China has still maintained more than 7 ships consisting of coast warships, coast observing ships, tugboats, logistic vessels, and 6 warships to protect the oil rig. In a relevant development, China's Maritime Safety Administration recently announced that China continued to move a new oil rig called Nam Hai 9 in the East Sea from June the 18th to the 20th. China's Maritime Safety Administration announced on its website that the Nan Hai Diu Hao oil rig Nam Hai 9 could be moved in the Eastern Sea from June the 18th to the 20th with a speed of 4 miles per hour. This semi-submersible oil rig belongs to China National Offshore Oil Corporation. According to the IFAN, the oil rig was allegedly moved near the Paracel Islands of Vietnam. In addition, the CNOOC is building the Hai 982 oil rig, a new generation deep-water semi-submersible oil rig. On June the 17th, Mr. Hồ Anh Tuấn, Deputy Minister of Culture, Sports and Tourism, came to Thái Nguyên Province.
Mr. Ho Anh-tuấn met the leaders of Thái Nguyên Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism, who briefly reported on the potentials and recent developments of Thái Nguyên tourism. Proposals and recommendations were made, focusing on some issues such as supporting Thái Nguyên to strengthen the propaganda and promotion of the sixth tourism program going through the heritage of Việt Bắc, hosted by Thái Nguyên, and helping Thái Nguyên to quickly plan the construction of Núi Cốc Lake tourism area in the coming years. Mr. Ho Anh-tuấn totally agree with these proposals and recommendations of the province. He committed to best support the province on promotion and other issues to develop Thái Nguyên tourism that are compatible with Thái Nguyên role as a gateway to Việt Bắc area. He also requested the province to build and focus on key tourism products, good projects to quickly boost tea village tourism, exploit tourism of national culture, and to use the internet for more effective tourism promotion.
On June the 18th, Mr. Nguyễn Đình Phách, Thái Nguyên Provincial Committee Secretary, accompanied by the leaders of the Department and Transportation and Communication and the leaders of Phổ Yên District, visited and checked the new Highway Number 3, the old Highway Number 3 in Yên Bình Industrial Zone and Điềm Thụy Industrial Zone. Mr. Phách checked the Yên Bình intersection, which connects the new Highway Number 3 and old Highway Number 3, which is 2 kilometers long, running through 3 Đồng Tiến, Nam Tiến, and Tân Cương communes, Phổ Yên District. To date, Phổ Yên District has cleared its ground with a total amount of 100 billion Vietnam dong. The contractor is committed to allow vehicles to travel on the highway on September the 2nd. In Yên Bình Industrial Zone, Mr. Phách visited the provincial outer belt. Yên Bình 1 is extended industrial zone that has an area of 50 hectares and the Điềm Thụy Industrial Zone that has an area of 350 hectares. To date, 27 investors have come to Điềm Thụy Industrial Zone. After checking the transportation works in the industrial zones, Mr. Phách demanded the Yên Bình intersection contractor to accelerate the construction progress because this is an important intersection to reduce traffic density. For the slow construction progress in Yên Bình Industrial Zone, he also demanded the constructor to draw its experience and increase more vehicles and equipment to speed up its infrastructures construction, creating more cleared grounds to attract investors. He also emphasized that the provincial leaders could consider, approve, and solve all the proposed investment projects quickly, confirming that Thái Nguyên develops all fields in which transportation is a key industry. On June the 19th, the Thái Nguyên University of Information Technology and Communications, in collaboration with scientific institutions and the scientists from research institutes and university, held the 7th National Conference on Basic Research and Information Technology Application. Over 400 professors, doctors, teachers, lecturers, and scientists who are doing basic researches and applying information technology in research institutes and university attended the conference.
The 7th National Conference on Basic Research and Information Technology Application, abbreviated as FAIR, attracted nearly 300 reports. The organizing committee has selected 175 reports for presentation in its subcommittees at the conference. The conference discussed the key topics such as knowledge processing and soft computation, computation methodology and microinformation processing, multimedia technology, network technology and communication, database and information systems, and natural language processing and speech, etc. The reports contain new findings updated with basic researches, as well as the creativity and urgency of application researches. Speaking at the conference, Mr. Dương Ngọc Long, chairman of Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Committee, said this year's conference was an opportunity for the scientists in information technology and other related fields all over the country to publicize their new findings, which could be applied in reality and also for future references. This was also an opportunity for the scientists and researchers to exchange and learn experience from one another, assessing new research approaches and modern technology, deploying their applications in reality, contributing to the successful implementation of the project, making Vietnam soon become a strong country in the information technology and communications.
In the afternoon of June the 18th, Nguyên City organized a meeting with representatives of national and local press agencies in the city on the occasion of the 89th anniversary of Vietnam Revolutionary Pledge, the 21st of June 1925, the 21st of June 1914. Speaking at the meeting, Mr. Lê Văn Tuấn, chairman of the People's Committee of Nguyên City, recognized the importance of mass media and showed his high appreciation of the great contribution of press agencies to the city's development. He stressed that Nguyên City's leaders always listen to the suggestions and reflections of press agencies, considering it an important channel to set right and recognize the works of management and direction of the leadership. The chairman of the People's Committee of Nguyên City also hoped to receive more and more support and contribution from the press agencies, especially in the works of propagandizing and timely reflecting the policies of the nation, the province, and the city of grassroots. Besides, it is necessary for press agencies to collect residents' opinions and reflect the real situations to help Nguyên City to further develop in the coming time. That ends our program today. Thank you for watching. Goodbye for now and see you next time.